All right, so what I want to do today is to talk about some so-called historical buildings that are in a city called Chennai. It's in the one of the southern states of India. I grew up there. It had, when I was young, there were lots of buildings, but some of them are even gone or kind of modified in the name of modernization and kind of blended in. The sad part is that there's huge difference from then to now. So, for example, let me go through some buildings here. I believe, well, I'm doing some creative brainstorming, freewheeling, as they say. I'm just no prior plan. I'm just going to go over them and say what I think. All right, so this is Central Station, I believe. Central Station. See, look at this building. This is just all these nice domes, which had some kind of structure here. I'm going to see if I can blow it up a little bit. These buildings are universal. It's not unique to Chennai at all. In fact, there are many buildings like that all around the world. You go, similar architecture you can see in Japan, but they don't advertise that. They just don't talk about it. I think Tokyo Station looks similar. All these just amazing architecture, you see. We don't know what they are. They look like if you just take this upper part, you feel like you're in St. Petersburg. Simply you can either put a cross there, um, the sign, the Islamic sign, or a Hindu sign, or a Sikh sign, or a Buddhist sign, whatever you want. Put it there and make it, or you just put nothing and make it and repurpose that building as a train station or office building, secretariat, or some kind of a state of federal building, court, museum, school, library, college. If you can think of it, they can make it. It is by this time you should school. They would see something like the high school, huh? Jail is another thing. It's if you just start thinking and observing, just observing, you see that some kind of a huge fakery in play. And if you go in there and see that they built by the British some time, 1850, 1880, something like that, they didn't have the the mechanical knowledge, technology to do these things. They are blueprinted with some high level technology and basically built or molded. We don't know all these things, huge domes. How do they build it? So symmetrical. And even these things like antiquitech, like ancient technology. See this? What is it harnessing? Is it harnessing light, lightning, wind, rain, or air? What is it harnessing? Or just the cosmic rays? What is it harnessing? Looks like it's harnessing something. Maybe it's harnessing the magnetic electric waves and using that to light the buildings or run the buildings. We can we don't have the knowledge uh, through what have been given to us through school and colleges to be able to add these things together and come to a conclusion. However, we can still ask questions. That's the first thing, right? So look at all these things. I was in Andaman Islands recently. There's a jail which is like almost 700 cells. That was a repurposed building, I guarantee. So Chennai Central Station. Oh yeah, this is the Central Station. Look at this. This is old. So this is Tamil, Hindi, and English. Tamil is the native language spoken in this state. Right. So if you go look at that, it's kind of slightly modified now. They tried to keep the old overall structure, but look at this. The domes are gone. The domes are already gone. The domes are gone, even at this time. The sad part is they do not know what that is, but maybe they do. They just remove them. I think, I believe those buildings were built by some ancient civilization. I'm not saying that they're not us. Maybe that is us, but we have lost the technology. Maybe there was a cataclysm, or there was something happened, or there is removal of a group of people and migrants come in. If you know, like the the people who are in one place oftentimes moved. Okay, here is the central station. This looks to me like something has been removed from here. Maybe there was domes. I believe the domes were removed. The domes were the maybe energy harvesting. It's gone. It's not there anymore. There's all these. What are they? Are they removed from here? Don't know. So it'll say founded or built by so and so. You'll have an architect. You go try to find them. You can't find them. A lot of them are fakery, lies, just make up stories. They make up stories. Some architect who didn't study engineering or architecture come up with this great thinking and then came up with it. He built it. Built it with who? With who? Me? This, yeah, even telling like I help. So we built small room on the top of my parents' two-story building. Even that required serious planning. You had to tell these people how to do it. If I come up with it, a plan, what am I going to tell these guys how to build it? You know, so this we have all been hoodwinked. So here is the station. It's inside. This is the platform where the trains come. Um, so I think they become what here it says that Chennai Central becomes India's first silent railway station. What that means is that a lot of places you have loudspeaker announcements, they will tell you. So like the airport, you go there, the flight is leaving from, such this, gate, this terminal, nothing becomes a silent. So you got to find it um, on the screens. Of course, there are people you can go talk to, but become silent. That's what they meant by this. Here, look at this. Um, this is modernized now, right? So these domes are gone. Sad, sad, sad. So this is a building called, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, those buildings are also made railway stations. Oh God. Anyway, here it is. I think it's Fort. It's Fort, Chennai Fort. There's another building. So here is the fort, and that there used to be a moat around the fort, rhyming. So these are old buildings. Look at this building. I can kind of say this is the compound wall. This is a moat. This is uh, let me blow it up. Tamil Nadu Arasu. So this is a government, state government building, all right? So these are all like created later on, these signs here. Um, okay, Chennai Central. Okay, this is the sculpture of the Chennai Central Station. I think there were domes here, Antiquitech here, here, here. And I also believe it's just not this one building. Sometimes some of the buildings extensions were destroyed or removed. And it's hard to remove totally, so they will keep some of them. So this is the train station. Here is the Chennai Central train station. You can see people walking around, right? This beautiful architecture. What do you need this for? The railway station. What do you need this for? All these arches, I don't know what they are. They're magnetic, probably something. And just beautiful. Oh, yeah. So you can see, yeah, here you can see the Alami. Here you can see Chennai Central. If they don't put anything there, you may think that it's a building somewhere in the middle of Arkansas, Iowa, Washington, D.C., Moscow, uh, anywhere, Ethiopia, anywhere. So, and it could also be El Paso High School. You know, here is the building again. Here is the Chennai Central, the extension here. A lot of buildings are like multiple buildings, and then they usually keep this one, and then they remove this one. If they cannot repurpose them, they remove them. Here's the Chennai Central. Okay, here is this huge barrack for the train. Then this barrack style is universal. Could be for the freight train or for passenger train. It's a night shot, as you can see. Central Station. Okay, Fort St. George. Fort St. George. This is what you're talking about, Fort. Fort, right? It's called Chennai Fort. They call it Fort St. George. It's a famous building that's also used for Chennai government, Tamil Nadu government. And we have this old this sketch of western entrance of Fort George. Now, this is an old building, so you can see that they have the picture of elephant. Rook. I don't know what that is. A castle? Is it a castle? I don't know. So if you take chess, see, you can see this soldiers, foot soldiers, sipais that they call them, if got foot soldiers. And there's the infantry elephant. And these are recreation. Do I think there were photos? Of course, but they were all probably removed. Look at this beautiful, beautiful. There is some kind of a river or something, stream huge river. And here you can see again architecture of an arch. Arch is very strong. So it's for weight bearing, nice weight bearing arch. Again, the British flag here, the British India. The British simply were resourceful in coming in and chasing out whoever they're French or Dutch and take it over and use the simple Indian people to do their job. But they did not invent or create a lot of things. They just repurposed them. They stole the legacy of some previous people. And I'm not singling out the British. It could have been flipped. If Indian people were there, they could have done the same thing. It's just the culture with the more knowledge, or either it's their own or stolen knowledge, using that knowledge to control somebody. That's what we do. Rich controlling the poor, the majority controlling the minority. It's the human condition. No? So they learned that, they came, they took over, and in order to control, they manipulate, they create needs and wants. I heard that the ancient India had plenty of food and resources, agriculture, earth metals, and things. They were not people who were begging, and people were living their life. And the people, the rich people and the people who had food, they took care of the needy. Nobody was necessarily starving to death like today. You come to a city, people crowding, running around, rich, poor, all these things. And then you go to 50 kilometers from Chennai, there is a village. It looks the same like it's 100 years ago. And everybody needs to come to the city to do a job and make money and hamster wheel. It's just the whole structure of the world has been made on creating scarcity. How do you create scarcity? Moving everything to one place creates scarcity. Remember that olden days people had local food, local architecture. Now agriculture. Now no, there is no agriculture. Food has to come from somewhere, and then that creates a cycle. So someone has more of this here and less of this here. So everybody needs to work on this constant cycle of needs and wants. And they need to create money so that money is necessary to buy something. And the banking is created. You need a bank account to do anything. And nowadays, people in India, nobody uses even cash anymore that much. Everybody uses GPay. Apple Pay is not that common, but GPay you pay, Google Pay. So you do that. And it's just sad. When I went to the bank the other day, there were some people who didn't speak good, English, and then they just were unable to even do a proper transaction. And the strange part in India is that you go to the airport, it's in Tamil Nadu, right? None of the guys who screen or at the entrance speak Tamil. They speak Hindi. It's just they call it India is a democratic country, and then it's very strange. You see that a lot of forced, I don't know what to call this. The central government forces certain things on the local people. They can find local people to do local things. They don't do that. They do intentional. They intentionally create issues. Yeah. Now, I'm in Chennai boarding. This guy speaking to me, yelling at me in Hindi. Why don't you learn a little bit of Tamil English? Even they call it international terminal. They speak no English. no Tamil. It's a joke. It is just really strange. I think all these things are, I'm not rambling, but I'm freewheeling. So all these things are going to come to a halt in the next 15 to 25 years. Um, I guarantee it. Because I think there's going to be the way things are happening, we're going to hit a brick wall. The global structure is going to fail, or there may be a cataclysm, because things are there's strange weather, earthquakes, dimming of the sun. Any of these things can happen, and then this forced globalization is going to end. So anyway. Here, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this building, guys. How beautiful is this? They still have a dome yet. This is the fort, Chennai Fort, Fort James St. George. This is amazing. They put this guy up there too. I don't know what that is. Look at this beautiful building. They'll put Corporation of Chennai. And they said that this is Fort St. George. I don't know. He built it. St. George, some English guy. So when they came, it was here already. The local people of that day didn't build it. Some people from the past built it. These stone structures last for so long. Look at this, how beautiful this building is. This is not built by the British. This is not. Guarantee. They inherited it, right? And here you can see again Fort St. George. I think it has other wings. A lot of the things, some of them were removed or made as a museum, repurposed. Wow, look at this. This is kind of see this like this. Just beautiful architecture. Amazing. In 1700s, early 1800s, they built this. Give me a break. And using the Indian laborers. No, didn't happen. Looks like a cathedral. Fort, no, this is Fort. Fort, Chennai Fort. Here it is. Here it is. You can see all these interesting arches, or they still have this. And this little light, I think this is like the old style light. And then I think this one kind of, I think that it's still keeping some old style of lighting. And I believe these things were lit by some kind of a free energy or some energy, electricity that didn't come through necessarily wires and transformers. And a lot of these buildings probably had its own mechanism, like having a solar roof and operating your house appliances. I think there's something like that, I believe. Fort, Chennai Fort. Okay, let's just put an Indian flag. Jai Hind. All right, so here it is. Oh, by the way, you guys know that India is it's not an old name. Even Bharat is not an old name. They would say Bharat. It's Hindustan. It's an old name by Hindustan. Same way, Pakistan, Khalistan, Kazakhstan, so there's nothing wrong with a group of people who are in that area, Hindustan. And also, India is like United States and United Kingdom. It has many parts, like Tamil Nadu, where Chennai is basically forcefully united to the Indian subcontinent, you know, same like the 50 states of United States, forcefully United States. That's what I'm called. There's nothing called democracy republic. It's all a joke. They're forcefully joined. If you don't join, you're going to be excommunicated or forcefully united. This is not a criticism. This is the way things operate. So we are moving on. And look at this fort. It's beautiful. I just look at it. It looks like a little ship in it. Just look at this, like a ship. The front. What is that? The front of the ship. I should know. Hull. Is it the hull of the ship? This looks like the sail. I don't know. I'm just thinking. It's like interesting. Here are some parts of the fort. They're doing some kind of scaffolding, some kind of repair, renovation. Do renovation over time, this will be blended in. Technology lost. And I think that some of this technology and knowledge is hidden away somewhere. Okay. It's beautiful. This is the flag post, and this kind of looks like a sail. This looks like a ship. Yep, this is also part of the fort. I think it's the museum. I think this is the museum. Oh, look at this arch, this beautiful arch. And these are all like this and look at this gazebo, this area here. These tall, this I don't know how tall this is, 30 feet. I don't know. I'm just making I guess 25 feet. I also think that we may have had tall and bigger humans, that these are built for the bigger humans. Or if they are only like 6, 7 feet, they've used different technology for like even this room I'm in right now has tall roof. So the air circulation is better and it's cooler than another room which is shorter ceiling. So maybe they used it for air circulation and cooling. I don't know. But I think that the humans, ancient humans were of different sizes. There were giants and there were short people. And when I was reading a history about Kentucky, what are the mountains of Kentucky? Blue Mountains? Don't shoot me. I forgot. There are mountains and caves in Kentucky, North Carolina. Those areas, there are myths and stories that some people went at night. They saw some short people, 3 feet, 3.5 feet at night. And they were near the caves and they were startled and they were not happy to see the normal sized humans. And these, no, somebody would say, oh, you are hallucinating or delusional. Hallucination or delusion, I don't know, but why would you hallucinate and become delusional all of a sudden? You're not even under the influence of something. So there are things we don't know. Maybe there were some people still living in those caves. All I'm saying is that the people are different shapes, and there were stories about dogmen who have dog faces. If you look at the Egyptian pictures, you can see dogmen, cat, and men, humans with the face here. Phenomenal. And also, of course, you had the people with the cone-shaped head and tall skulls and things like that. But I don't know, you digress. So this is phenomenal, that these architecture. There's also all these amazing looking They would say for decoration. Decoration for what? No. Where is again and again and again? Fort St. George. There you go. Fort St. George. There you go, guys. Oh, this is a cathedral. Is it St. Catherine? Shoot, I forgot the name of the. Should know. This is a famous cathedral. Um, it's a beautiful cathedral. I think I have been there. Um, Higginbotham's. Higginbotham's. There's a bookstore. It's a booksellers. Famous Higginbotham's. All these amazing things are gone. Look at this structure used for like stores, storefront now. You make things like that for storefront, or just repurposed. Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at these people. This is like you see some old U.S. Pictures in U.S. and Europe. Everybody's wearing with the suit and tie, and women in this beautiful, amazing Victorian costumes, Victorian, and they look just bland, no facial expressions. Look at this, just people walking around these beautiful buildings and simple clothes, you know. And you see this beauty, this is tram. It's all gone. It's all gone. Why? They don't want you to get free tram. They want you to pay for your train or for the bus or for the auto rickshaw. You don't want, let's remove that. Let's make sure they pay. To pay, you got to work. Very simple um, idea. It's a very simple idea, right? Um, Here is the is it the central station? There's also another station called Egmore Station. I'll see if I can go there. Look at this beautiful building, guys. It's an old I think it's a Fiat, old Fiat car. Uh, Look at this. When you look at that, what do you think? Oh, this probably an Islamic mosque. No, it's an ancient, beautiful building with a dome. Look at that. This is a mosque. Because they create these things in people's mind. Look at that. You just seem like being opinionated in profile, people profile, right? Yeah. So and so from this country, this culture, this, that, and that, we profile. Same like that. They want to create an impression that this must be Muslim. No, this is a beautiful building. It's probably a mosque. I'm not sure. But this is a beautiful building. Who builds this for decoration? I think they all have some kind of a purpose. This is a beautiful building. This is all. It's like going to a beautiful temple with all the carvings. There is the purpose, not for decoration. Or this beautiful mosque, so we bury someone in there like pyramid. Or let's build this, takes 100 years, and then go and bury a pharaoh. That's a joke, and we just fell for it. This is a temple. This may be new. This is maybe newer, but this they put this one so it's become a temple now, right? But these sculptures tell a story. Uh, Hinduism is a religion that of course, telling a story. It's not any different than Christianity or Islam or Sikhism or Buddhism. So a fact that happened long time ago has been mythicized. I don't know if they can use the word. And then the characters have been given powers to create deities or gods like Buddha, Jesus, Vishnu, Shiva. Um, in the Tamil language, Krishna, Kannan, Ravana, all these people were ancient uh, figures from somewhere. The mythology is nothing but ancient history. You don't have to relate to it, so we just make up something. So you want to make up something so we understand, right? Um, it's I remember somebody teasing, oh, they are uneducated people, and then they go to temple or church to pray to God to give them something. So they think that these people are uneducated, and the same people expected miracles. They go, let's go pray, and then someone from somewhere we haven't seen is going to give us something. It's I'm not saying there is no higher power, anything like that. There's higher conscience or power, certainly. But uh, always thinking someone uneducated while going and sitting in the church and praying God to give us something. It's you're expecting in miracles, and oh, these kids, they don't know what they're talking about. They're uneducated. It's pretty much the same. I know I was rambling a little bit. Oh, this one is called Radam. Look at this. This is the deity here, or sometimes it's also used for notice telling. But this is it's beautiful. Look at this. It's wheels. It's like Ezekiel's wheels. What is this? And the God travels in this, or this can be interpreted as spacecraft by the ancient aliens. They will say spacecraft. This is the ancient technology. What it is, we don't know. This could be, if I use the space analogy, this could be a small ship going to a mothership. Bring or like small boat, um, this small boat taking people to the freighter parked 3 miles into the sea, right? So a tugboat taking people. No, this some kind of technology. I think this something mobile. I think this is Radham is some kind of an ancient transportation technology. I don't know. Very interesting. It's very similar structure, but without moving parts. So look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is a Hindu or Muslim, I mean, Buddha, but it could also be Muslim. It could be repurposed. Look at this building. We can see similar buildings all over the world. Some of these buildings are like this. Woods, Woods Road in Chennai. Look at this. I don't know what this library. Let's make it a library. That sounds good. Post office. How about post office? Oh, museum, right? Library, post office. Uh, How about make it a school? No, too small. It's a joke. Just repurpose it for whatever. Jail. Ah, that sounds good. Uh, what is this about? I don't know what that is. This is a Ford Museum. I used to know this. This is not coming to my mind at the moment. It's just beautiful. See this arch and this round, beautiful, beautiful structure. தமிழ்நாடு அரசு தலை தலைமை செயலகம். This is the main secretariat. It's called secretariat. Hi guys, I'm going to Fort Museum, Chennai. They have a museum now. They'll tell you some stories. You won't believe that. This is the museum. There's a sentry here. Yeah, they will just tell, and people will go and just to parrot it out. They're creating a narrative. The whole world is created as a narrative. The story they told us is not true. Whether it has 10% truth, 90% truth, it's not 100% true. So that tells us, oh, this is St. Catherine's Church. Oh my God, how did I forget? St. Mary's Church. I think it's St. Mary's Church. Experience Vivekananda. Vivekananda Anubhavam. Vivekananda Anubhavam. All right. Look at the beautiful, beautiful library they built for us. Oh my God. 70 feet. Oh, beautiful. They built the library so that we'll go and sit and study. This is a repurposed building. We don't know what that was. One time it may have been a church, may have been an office building, may have been a hall to run some functions. Now they made it a library. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a joke. This is I think this is a church. You have a cross here. St. Mary's Church. Dun, da, da. Let's put you know the crescent and make it a mosque. What do you say? I think this is St. Mary's Church. Just it's a nice church. I think this kind of may have been renovated, but I think some of them are original, some of them facelifted. I think it's St. Mary's Church. Historical places in Chennai. I think this is St. Mary's Church. Is that it? All right, that's basically what I'm going to talk. Look at this beautiful building. I think this is facelifted, painted, and stuff, but it had some original structure, I believe. And that's what I want to talk about. Then maybe I'll show another uh, another share. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to see if I can show another. Haha, there it is. Hope we can see that. Can see that. So this is called Egmore. It's another train station. It's smaller, so they couldn't purpose it for, you know, all India. So Central is set up for like trains go all over India. The Egmore is more set up for originally for meter gauge. So they used to have something called broad gauge and meter gauge. Broad gauge is wider, the tracks, so you can go faster. Meter gauge is a meter smaller, so they cannot go that fast. So the meter gauge was used for within the state travel and states nearby states travel. But now they are also made it. They also renovated that and made it broad gauge. So Megmore, this is another station, Egmore railway station, also had some historical features. So I'm going to go over it. This is Egmore station. See how that beautiful that is? Very similar structure. This is Egmore. Very similar archway kind of style, like Central. And then you have these domes. Um, so they have this is the Egmore station. Let me go through it. Central Chennai Egmore. I think they've been facelifted, and then they've the old charm and the old architecture is pretty much being blended in. Here it is. How beautiful that is, huh? Egmore Station. In the 1700s and 1800s, this building was there where people were, you know, uh, living hand to mouth. Chennai Egmore. Here it is. Very similar structure in terms of the trains when they start. The inside is very similar. See, all of them are similar. All these platforms, the trains, the old Egmore, the tracks are narrow, so you can't go too fast. All right. There's Egmore. Dun, da, da. Egmore. Alami. Oh yeah, this is what the new Egmore is, guys. Remove a lot of the things that remove. It's very sad, very sad. I'm sure sooner they will remove all these things. All these antiquitex will be gone. And look at, this is the plan. Look like a huge McDonald's. All we need is an M here, you know? Uh, God. Yeah, Chennai Elumbur means Egmore. Oh, this is what the people will just see. They remove that and put that something new. So if you really oh, the kid is crying outside. Oh my God, what is going on? He's just screaming. I hope he's okay. So here you go. It's neighbor's house. Maybe they have some visitors and the kid wants to go home or putting temper tantrums, something like that. So I don't know. Hope he's okay. So anyway, here you see that the modernized central, I mean Chennai Egmore. Very sad, very sad. All right, so moving on. Here it is, Chennai Egmore Station. All right, so I'm going to end at that. So as a conclusion, I think that all these buildings are universal. We have a universal culture, technology available, which was at least sharing that with different populations. I believe that culture, to me at this time, is probably Tartarian or Moorish, um, Tartarian. So depending upon where you are, and the amazing the Native American culture was also Moorish. And it's just, I think that something happened that the memory of this ancient culture has been wiped out, either through a cataclysm, physical cataclysm, or mental wipeout of memory through I don't know what. I'm just freewheeling, creative brainstorming, I would like to call it. So that, you know, uh, this new uh, segmented culture has been created. I think we were all, like dogs, wolves, cats. You're all similar. We just have different color or slight different features. The overall mindset, wisdom, the knowledge, brain capacity are similar. That we have been set up against each other, sadly. And the bottom line, I believe we are all very similar. We care about each other, and we also have uh, capacity to be violent, selfish, angry. So the moment we realize that we are getting out of control, getting too angry, too argumentative, hateful, we should just stop. And at least we should leave the scene, because that anger and hatred, jealousy, this kind of things, even pride, lets something simmer in. And then the vertigo, they call it vertigo, is like a mind parasite. I think vertigo is a Native American term, I believe, or Aboriginal. I think it's Native American. The vertigo comes in. It's like a mind parasite, controls, and then we are not the same. I think being possessed may be vertigo, that we do things we normally don't do. Humans are amazing creatures. The moment we put ourselves in compromising situation, we can be possessed. That's how the murder, rape, torture, killing, wars, someone controlling us to go to war, to kill someone similar. Look at the prisoners. We put people in prisons, lock them up. And it's just sad that we control other animals and things, and someone is controlling us. We just a little bit higher in the food chain. And but I think we can be nice to each other and try to make meaning. Just be kind to each other, be compassionate. And that will go a long way. All right. Thank you. Stop share. And